Drum roll. Hi everybody and big welcome to cEDH TV gameplay with a battle. Today we have a guest with us, Def Magic. Welcome.
Sup everyone, I am Def from Veil of Def MTG, the YouTube channel where we play cEDH and sometimes do other fun stuff. But we're also the most metal cEDH out there, so please come and join us.
They're definitely the most metal cEDH out there, I think. Otherwise, it's business as usual. Some thought process, you get to see your hands and all that cool stuff. Now,
edutainment.
Today I'm playing Chulane from Joking, Just Ice and Kuma the Bear. It's feels like a pretty mid-range stacks combo deck, as normal as you can get it. Winning with Shrieking Drake, Cloudstone Kuryu, Alluren, Earthcraft. That's what I played.
Today I am playing Orvar, and this deck is wacky.
Yeah.
The main card in this is Twitch.
Twitch? Oh, there it is.
Twitch, which says you may tap or untap target artifact, creature, or land, and you get to draw a card. And with Orvar's ability, every time you target one of your permanents with a spell, you make a copy of that spell. So if you have two Twitch type effects in play and Mystic Sanctuary, you can loop and draw your whole deck. And then there's stuff with Spellseeker and Idol of Oblivion, but just a bunch of wacky stuff, kind of out of the box. But the last time I played this, I had 3 Heuristic Studies in play, so that was super fun.
I really like Whim of Volrath, which is a spell for 3 mana that doesn't do anything.
Except in this deck, which says target Heuristic Study, get another Heuristic Study.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice. And I'm playing Prosper. It's basically just a generic, not generic, but kind of generic Rakdos Turbolist. You have your Ball Citadel, you have your Nas.
What I think is very fascinating is the amount of lands. 25.
Yeah, 26. 26.
Okay, sure. 26.
That's one more than I need. Come on.
All right, sure. I believe in your mulligans.
Yeah, me too.
And I am on my tasty tevesh Kraum, here to either blink my tevesh with Kitten, do an Adnos, or add some special spice and flavor to it that I did. Use Time Sieve, take all your turn and kill you with a River Cleaver attached to Kraum.
Oh yeah, that's a 2 card combo. Yeah, that makes exactly 5 treasures.
Also works well with Dockside.
And with that, let's take a look at some opening hands.
First 7 is kinda cute, but use 2 lands, no fast mana. Adnos is there. I guess if I get Sieske's Will, I can maybe do something, but this is not a good 7. So second 7. Second 7 is actually interesting. Turn 1 Ragavan into turn 2 Prosper is okay. And then I can keep up both Deflecting Swat and the Fatal Push. I'm not sure if this is good enough. It's a bit weak, but having the Twin Flame makes it easier if I ever draw the Dual Caster Mage. You don't have that many draw engines in this deck, and so having early access to Prosper is actually pretty good. I think this hand is a bit too slow in general, but given the pod, having the Fatal Push can be really good, as well as having access to the win con, so I'll actually keep this. But it is a bit slow, and usually I would go lower, but I feel like this is the kind of good middle ground. So I will keep my second 7.
Opening hand 1 is basically nothing that I want. Let's try. We can do way better than this. Hand 2. You can be ahead with a land, into a talisman. I feel there is no acceleration whatsoever, just too many things. Let's go to 6. We can do better 6. In Def we trust. There we go. Now this is what we call card, because we have Rite of Flame, we have Jessica's Will, we do have the Time Sieve, which is the one card that I can actually put down because we don't need it as of right now. So yeah, this is the hand. This is the hand that feeds. We put this deliciously, not to the graveyard, bottom of the library, and now we are happy and ready to go.
Alright, this is our opening 7. This gives us a turn 2 Orvar. The Gilded Drake can be good to steal like Prosper or one of the problematic commanders. We have a way to get another land, but I think we can do better than this. Let's do our second 7. Okay, well, this gives us a turn 1 commander. We have our Mystic Sanctuary, which is awesome, and we have a bunch of enablers for our commanders, so we are going to keep this hand.
So we do have a turn 1 Esper Sentinel, and honestly we could kind of keep it for that. Also, we're gonna have a Heuristic Study here eventually too, and on turn 2 we have a Dovian's Veto. Feels like this is a hand like, I would love to have a Mana Crypt, I would love to have a Soul Ring, I would love to have a Dork, but an Esper Sentinel and a Heuristic Study, it feels wrong to mulligan that away. So we're actually gonna keep this hand. It's a little bit sad that we're last in turn order, but we should be able to draw some cards and get into some form of game here with this hand. So with that, let's start the match.
I will start us off by drawing a card. That's actually really good. Play an Ancient Tomb, tap it, taking 2 damage to cast a Talisman of Indulgence. I will tap that to cast a Ragavan, taking another damage. Pass the turn.
Death takes his turn. I'll start Volcanic Island, tap that for a Mystic Remora. How's the fish? Happy fish? Then I'll cast also a Lotus Petal, and then I'll be done.
Okay, go to my turn. I am going to play an island. I'm going to play a Jeweled Lotus. Death you could draw.
I love that fish.
Alright, I'm going to crack my Jeweled Lotus. I'm going to tap my island and cast my commander, Orvar, the all form. And if he resolves, then I pass the turn.
Draw a card. Let's do Exotic Orchard. Tap that thing. Here is a Esper Sentinel. I pass the turn.
Take my turn. I'll start my turn by going to combat. Attack Death for 2.
Dave begrudgingly takes 2, 38. There's a Wheel of Fortune for you.
Go to post-combat main phase. Play a Snowcard Mountain. I'll then take a damage to cast my commander. And then I would like to pass the turn. In my end step, Prosper will trigger.
Oh, thank Jesus. That Wheel of Fortune would have wrecked us because there's no way for us to get Mystic Sanctuary back, and we have a bunch of enablers for Orvar. If we drew another 7, probably wouldn't be that good.
Prosper trigger will exile a Thoughtseize, which will be there until my next turn, and I will pass the turn.
Death returns and goes to his turn. I will untap. I will pay for the fish at the Volcanic Island. I will draw my card. I'll play Luxury Suite, Rite of Flame. Not pay for Esper Sentinel. Mons can draw. Rite of Flame, okay. Cast Jewel Lotus. Crack Lotus for triple blue. Cast a Kraum. Go to combat attack. Pontus for 4 in the air.
No blocks, take 4.
And happily pass this turn.
So we're going to play Mystic Sanctuary tapped. We're going to spin a blue, and I'm going to cast Mind Games, targeting my land. I can tap, target artifact, creature, or land. I'm going to choose to target my island and get another island. You may, and both of you can. And now we rampant in blue. After that, I pass the turn.
So I will untap and draw a card. Nice. I'm gonna play this Prismatic Vista. I'm gonna crack the Prismatic Vista. Find a forest. Tap this. Cast a Collector Oof.
I have a response to Collector Ooh. Gonna be, I will sacrifice the Lotus Petal for black and cast a cut down targeting Prosper. He fits the criteria. You may draw.
I will respond to the cut down. I would like to cast the deflecting spots targeting the cut down. You can draw once.
Mystic Remora.
You may draw. I will change the targets to the Esper Sentinel.
Esper Sentinel is dead. It's cut down. And then I pass the turn.
Wooded Foothills, which I will use to fetch, finding a Badlands. I would then like to move to combat, attacking Death for 2.
You get a Darcy.
Post-combat main phase, I would like to cast that Darcy. Then, I would actually like to cast this Thoughtseize, targeting you, Death. Trigger Prosper, make another treasure.
You overextended. I get to draw a card.
I'm actually not gonna draw of Remora, but I have to. It's a forest draw of Kraum.
Huh? Oh, you don't want to give more info?
Not falling in this trap for Pontus. So Pontus, you want me to reveal my hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I see a good target there for you to slice and dice to his grave.
2.5 good targets.
I have 7 cards in my hand, Pontus, so I vote for Jeska's Will here. Considering.
Yeah, just as well as the one I'm leaning towards as well, so I'll just take that.
Oh no, I lose my will to live.
Oh no. Then I would like to trigger Dragon's Channeler. Look at the top card, and I will put the Stitcher Supplier to the graveyard. Then I would like to go to my end step, where Prosper will trigger. I will exile a Gamble, and then my turn is over.
And now, triumphant back from the grave, Death returns and is gonna pay 2 more for that Mystic Remora. This fish is gonna live forever. Pay Misty Rainforest, fetch down an underground sea. This time I will choose not to attack and just do a simple, make sure that Pontus stops getting my card, so pass the turn.
I actually think that's the correct play, Death, to not attack, because like your life total matters too, and that's shutting down Ragavan value.
I'm going to play an island. Cast Crystal Spray, which says change the text to spell or permanent by replacing instances of one word or basic land type with another until end of turn. I'm going to target my Mystic Sanctuary.
Where's my card with the flowers?
And I also get to draw a card. Get another Mystic Sanctuary. Because I have more than 3 islands in play, it'll come into play untapped. Then I'll put Mind Games back on top of my library. And then I will pass the turn.
Untap. Carpet, carpet. Come on, guys, with me now. With me now. Everybody, come on, join me. Carpet, carpet, carpet. We did not draw carpet. Command tower. So literally, I think we would have won the game if we drew that carpet because, like, what Jordan is an island count of 5. And I have an Alluren in my hand and I have a Ranger Captain. So with Alluren, my commander, I can cast Ranger Captain, find Shriek Drake, sack Ranger Captain, and draw my deck with Shriek Drake and Alluren. So all we need to do is get commander and Alluren into play and we'll win the game. There is a road for that though. Like, that's a lot of mana. 5 mana for commander, 4 mana for Alluren. We have counter spells, but I think we want to catch up to these guys. Like, they are advancing quite heavily, so we're gonna tap out for the Rhystic Study because we are interacting with some of them with the Collector Oof, and I think we can take it a little bit slow anyway. So that's what's happening. Rhystic Study! I will pass the turn.
Take my turn. I would like to move to combat. I will attack Mons for 2, and Dragon's Rage Chandler has to attack, and I guess I'll swing that at Mons as well.
I have no blocks. If this is a Carpet Flowers now, I'm gonna cry. It is not Carpet Flowers. It is Oboro. It's a land.
I will shock in this Blood Crypt, taking 2 damage.
Shocking.
Like to try to cast this Gamble. Trigger. So I would like to surveil and make a treasure, but first there's a fish trigger and a Rhystic Study trigger. I will disrespect both of them and not pay.
Disrespectful. I love it. I draw my card and pass on it.
Okay, Gamble resolves. So before Gamble resolves, I have my 2 triggers resolve. I will make a treasure and I will surveil. Put this imp seal in my graveyard. Then Gamble resolves. Finding this card, I will then discard a card at random, discarding this Wheel of Fortune. I would like to make the questionable play of tapping a black. I would like to Fatal Push to Oof. I will not pay any taxes. I am greedy.
So I will draw for fish and I will draw for Kraum because that's your second spell.
I am Kraum. I draw a card.
I pass on the Fatal Push.
Fatal Push resolves. Oof falls off a cliff and die.
Then I would like to cast this Grim Monolith. Give me a draw. I would then like to cast this March of Reckless Joy, X being 3. So this card will exile the top 3 cards of my library, X being 3, and I will be able to cast up to 2 of them until end of next turn.
Yay!
I will be exiling Wheel of Misfortune, Mox Diamond, and Yogwill. I would like to be able to cast these 2.
This is scary.
3 mana. I would like to cast this Wheel of Misfortune. Trigger Darcy, trigger Prosper, trigger your things. I won't pay.
I will draw a card.
So DRC, I will look at this card. I will put a Sulfur Spring in my graveyard. I will then make a treasure to Prosper.
So there's a Wheel of Misfortune on the stack, and I have 12 cards. But if you look at the cards that I have in my hand, no matter what happens, I can still have Force and Negation. They can draw interaction. I still have a fish. I'm definitely not going to wheel. The number I'm choosing is going to be a big fat 0, and probably going to attempt to win on my turn once Pontus fails.
So I have an amazing hand. Thinking about if I want the wheel or not. I want the wheel, 100%. Because now, sure, this is a great hand with Alluren and Ranger Captain and Fierce Guardianship. Because if we get Commander and Alluren to play, we win. But however, Pontus is like threatening to win now. So what we need is just draw our deck here, find free to cast counterspells, and stop everything he's currently doing. Now, if my life total does not really matter that much. He has only 25 lives. I'm thinking I'm gonna be crazy here and pay 20. I'm not really threatened like Kraum could start to smack me a tiny bit, but still I will be at 17. But reducing the chance of Pontus actually making his wheel here could be crucial. So we're gonna pay a lot of life. Alright, so I'm paying 20, you cowards. We need to pay more so Pontus doesn't wheel here. Then we have an 8 and a 5 from Jordan and 0 from Def. So everyone but Def will wheel and I will lose 20 life.
Post wheel, I would like to use 3 treasures to cast this Yawgmoth Will.
Triggers.
Trigger Prosper, trigger DRC, but the draw triggers are over and I won't pay my taxes.
Fishy! Cast Force and Negation, exiling a Mystic Reflection, not paying for Rhystic Study.
No response to Force Negation, Yawgwill is exiled. Then I make a treasure from casting the Yawgwill, and we're back in Sorcerer Speed on my turn.
This has been a long turn.
And we're not even close to ending it. Let's go.
Why do you think I tried to cut down a Prosper? But
I want to cast a Dark Ritual.
Mystic Remora.
You may both draw.
Death passes on Dark Ritual.
In response to Dark Ritual, I'm gonna pay 2 life and cast a mental misstep on it.
Dark Ritual is misstepped. Track a treasure to cast a mana vault. Tap it. Sacrifice the treasure for a black. Deadly Dispute, sacrificing the mana vault.
I will respond to the draw trigger of my Remora to cast a Mystical Tutor. I'll find a Fierce Guardianship, shuffle, put it on top, and then, presuming you still don't pay 4, I will draw this card.
Yeah, I only have 2.
No response to Deadly Dispute.
Dispute resolves and draw 2 cards. So here I'm in a pickle. I forgot that Deadly Dispute just gives 1 treasure. I thought it gives 2, which makes sense. That would be a bit too good. I should have... I do think too much of cards sometimes. So I don't have the win here. I am 1 mana off, which is a problem. I was going to Warrior's Oath instead here, was the plan, but I can't actually do that given the fact I just have 1 red mana available. And the fact that Death is winning on his turn, like basically guaranteed, means that I would like to interact as much as possible before passing. That means I will Cabal Ritual here, giving him a card, and then cast the Dalthy and the Grinding Station. And I think that's my highest chance to survive here. It's not great, it's even pretty bad because I'm losing out on a lot of tempo from that, but I think that's my best shot at not losing here, so that is what I'm doing. To cast the Cabal Ritual, you may draw again, and then make 5 black mana. Use 2 black mana, cast this Dalthy White Walker, and then I will use 2 more to cast this Grinding Station. Paying for Rustic but can't pay for more. Pass. Prosper trigger in end step. I will exile a Pyroblast. Oh, I wish I had mana up.
Wait, you can cast spells like... You could cast that during other people's turns, right? Theoretically, if you had mana. Cool.
Yeah.
Go to my turn, untap my free lands, and on the Mystic Remora trigger, I will... What did I want to... with the trigger on the stack have an effect. I'm thinking of how to pay, and I think I'll just do it this way. I'll Alchemist Retrieval with the Cleave cost paying for targeting Rhystic Study, not paying for it.
Come on, Dick. Come on now. Draw a card. Ah! Draw Carpet of Flowers. Yes. The craziest part is that I really wish this would be a force of will right now, but still Carpet, I'm happy. Yeah, the Rhystic Study is dead.
And then, finally, after so many turns we have played the Remora deck. Play a Mana Confluence, I will cast a Kraum Mox, I will exile under it a Cyclonic Rift, I will play a Mox Diamond, a Bloodstained Mire, pay 2, cast a Thassa's Oracle. Alright, ETB, hold priority, Demonic Consultation. I will name You're Already Dead.
Unfortunately, I am unable to cast 2 spells, which would save us because Kraum's draw ability is not a May. However, that is not the reality we live in, so we lose.
Death wins! Yes!
Congrats.
No. No, this is unacceptable. Me and Pontus are demanding a rematch here. We are gonna appear on Veil of Death's Magic the Gathering YouTube channel and challenging him. He's gonna face Cisse. That video might be uploaded on his YouTube channel on Thursday.